To the southern border now, and one area taking a new approach to try and stop the flow of fentanyl here into the U.S. Agents working in the El Centro sector have built a second border wall to reinforce the original wall, and they say this is making a real difference. Correspondent Allie Bradley is live along the border. So, Allie, you got an exclusive look at this secondary wall.
Yeah, Nicole, so we went down to the El Centro sector, which butts up against the busiest sector, the San Diego sector, and we were kind of shocked to see this secondary wall. And of course, we had to ask what was going on there because the El Centro sector is dealing with a staggering 25% of the fentanyl that was seized happened in that sector. Small but mighty. They're doing a lot of work there because they've also only seen about 1% of the migrant apprehensions down in this sector. And this secondary barrier is kind of a testament to the work that they're doing now down there to keep those numbers down. So El Centro sector chief Gregory Bovino, he is using these innovative technologies, and it was by way of the line agents who actually came up with this idea for this secondary fencing. And he says that they're taking a proactive stance to address this crisis. He's saying they're enforcing their way out of a crisis by actually using consequences instead of just giving out court dates that might be 6 years out. They are stopping people and they are removing them so they aren't seeing a lot of individuals cross there. And El Centro has some extensive infrastructure with advanced technology. However, the cartel is aware of some of these measures that are being taken, including sensor bars that are often being cut throughout the sector, and that's being exploited in these 0-second vanishing points. These are residential areas where people can jump that wall, end up hidden inside residential areas very easily. So El Centro's agents actually responded with what you're seeing right here, devising a plan to conduct and construct a secondary angled fence. They're using materials that were just collecting dust. They're already owned by the federal government. So this innovation is just one example of how the sector is using its resources. Now, El Centro's efforts, they are crucial, especially given its proximity, as I mentioned, to the San Diego sector, which is still seeing around 500 people a day. Now, to cover the challenging terrain, agents here are deploying on several different kinds of vehicles. They're using ATVs, they're using foot patrol, they're using vehicle patrols, but they are relying heavily on these structures to prevent people from evading and disappearing.
What we don't want is paralysis by analysis, or to wait, or to hesitate. We have to do it fast, and we have to do it hard, because guess what? The bad guys on the south side, they do it fast and hard. We have to do it faster and harder.
Okay, so Nicole, if you couldn't tell there from the chief, their goal really is to keep bad people and bad things out of their sector. So one of the things that they're focusing on right now is they're trying to make sure that the Sinaloa cartel, which is operational on the other side of the border, does not gain a foothold in the United States. Sinaloa right now is working to get some kind of plaza foothold, some stronghold in the United States, in the Mexico, or in the United States area in Calexico. And so the chief is working there to try to prevent that. Of course, one of the things that they're saying is that barrier is working in preventing those people from being able to just clear that wall, Nicole, and vanish. So important for that sector.
Absolutely. All right, Allie Bradley live for us there along the border. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.